you reckon we got any influence over Tuchel's picks?
Well, let's hope he's listening to me and Joe, not
Yeah,
you.
Put your Tottenham hat on.
I don't have a Tottenham hat.
Yeah.
What are you your hand up for?
Maybe Stones, you know.
Oh, that's what I'm just about to do. Why are you trying to steal mine?
Welcome to the Dressing Room Podcast with me, Joe Cole, Wayne Bridge, and Carlton Cole. How are you, chaps?
How are you, mate?
Good,
You good?
Bit fresher this week.
A little bit.
Yeah. What's the hesitation? What's the hesitation?
I had my mate stay over, didn't I? And he's a bad influence.
Oh, yeah. Luke.
Yeah, you know him well. But
Yeah.
I usually always get the blame, but
We
I've got
know him.
video evidence and voice note evidence.
That's true.
And I sent it to you guys.
Yeah.
He's the bad influence.
Yeah.
And he ended up not going home. Ended
Well,
up
we gave
staying
you some
2
advice.
nights.
Yeah.
And led me a little bit astray yesterday. But I stood strong and I was in bed by 9:30.
Yeah.
I like the
10
way that
o'clock,
you was
so
getting
not too
receipts. Like he's filming him on the slide going, should we go to bed? And Luke's going, nah, another couple,
bad.
Bridgie.
And
And he's
kind
going,
of drinks he kept going.
do you know what I mean? Gathering evidence, like the old Bill.
Because I always get the blame, mate. And his missus blames me as well.
Yeah, everyone blames Bridgie.
I know. You went Ashcroft, didn't you?
I did go, mate. Me and him went, mate. I think he is superb. At one point, he, the whole place was bouncing the O2, and it was Bittersweet Symphony, and
That
he
was at
finished
the
with
end.
Sonnet and then Bittersweet Symphony. But he dedicated it
To his dog.
to his dog. No, that was Drugs Don't Work.
Yeah,
He
Drugs Don't
dedicated
Work,
to
yeah,
his,
that
to his
was-
dog, but he dedicated it to all the hardworking men.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
know, like,
that was the
you
other
were out
one, yeah.
there, like he said, you're out there, you're trying to earn a living. I know it's tough. Like you spent your money to come
Yeah.
here, and then felt the place go, wow. Do you know, and then the tune dropped,
Yeah.
and he was
It's a
like,
great tune
it
as
was
well.
just, and he kept it going. Mate, he's soulful.
Yes.
Before we move on, can I
Yeah.
just say your hair looks sensational?
Oh, cheers,
today.
mate. Thanks very much.
Like
yeah.
good.
Looks
I
good.
like it.
Got the afro going, didn't you?
Well, I grew it a little bit, didn't I?
He does look
And then
good, Goose.
I can't do what the hairdresser did, though.
What?
He made it into like a proper permy thing. And I try and do it, mate. It's like frisball. It's just like a frisball.
Do you know what? I can give you a good
New lesson,
I can
yeah?
give you a good haircut, mate.
Yeah?
Give you a nice
Well,
little mullet.
you're just
Give you a little mullet.
I'd
He
love
was trying to
that.
talk
I'd love
me
that.
into
I'd
a
love
mullet.
mullet.
Everyone's getting mullets.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
back
I
in,
know,
mate.
yeah.
Give you a nice
I
little
don't
mullet.
know. do a
I would
mullet.
love to have that hair, but listen,
You can still grow it at the back.
Yeah.
I would genuinely love to, mate. I just can't bring myself to go and,
I wish I had hair,
mate.
mate. What I'd,
I think it would change the way I walk. Would be more
And talk.
honestly, and talk.
talk.
Everything, shoulders would come back a little bit.
We've seen what
You
happened
all
to.
like that anyway.
But listen, we need to get back. We need to get going, right?
Yeah.
Spurs relegation battle. Listen, Igor Tudor's he's been sacked after 7 games. He's in charge for 44 days. He lost 5 of his 7 games and 1 point in the 5 Premier League games. Right, first things first. Where's it going? But do the board need to take some responsibility for this?
I don't think anyone knows where it's going, do they?
But
Of course they got to take responsibility.
yeah.
It's a it just seems like an absolute shambles.
What was your
but-
initial thoughts when he come in? Because you look at the names that were linked to it. Originally, there was talk of Harry Redknapp, Glenn Hoddle, Robbie Keane, and now Sean Dyche has come into that. And De Zerbi's the front runner. They all make sense. Igor Tudor never seemed to make sense to me. He had no
Connection.
connection to the club, no Premier League experience, and he was a taskmaster. So for me, the board have looked at it, and it just shows their naivety. That the fact that they all of them things were not taken into consideration, and they don't even understand. One thing the board has to have, it has to have an understanding of the type of players it's bringing into the club and the type of group they are. The group at Spurs seem to me like a group that have been, first of all, they've got some of the best managers of the last 15 years sacked. You know, and you know that because we've seen the documentary, you know, with certain players, you know, so you've seen behind the scenes certain players go into Daniel Levy, you know, all of that nonsense that happens at football clubs. You've seen all of that under Mourinho and like Conte, you know, some top managers.
Yeah.
So if you know this, it seems like a very, very fragile bunch of players, and Igor Tudor is a taskmaster. So they just didn't work from the off. These boys gone, no. I don't know how you get a tune out of them. Well, I know what I would do. I would go and get Harry Redknapp or Robbie Keane.
Even Jermaine Defoe.
Jermaine Defoe, we'll get onto that later because that's another madness in taking that job where he's gone. But they need to be nurtured through this crisis, get to the summer, stay in the Premier League, and then you have to recalibrate the whole club and get people in who actually understand football. Because the Igor Tudor thing was like an exercise in how to take your club backwards. It was mental.
Yeah, for me, I look at all of this with I've taken it in with open arms, because obviously West Ham are where we are, and we are contending not to be relegated. I wish for Forest and Spurs to carry on their current form, because obviously it's good for us. You know what I mean? So that Forest Spurs game, that was an interesting game, because someone said earlier they would have rather Forest have lost than Spurs, because they think probably Spurs have got more in the locker to get out of this scenario. But I think vice versa.
We've been saying that for weeks. Though.
I think vice versa. I think Forest have shored up a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Especially after that game, but I thought that before, because Pereira's done really well coming in. I think that he's starting to get a tune out of the Forest players, and they've got a good squad too. So I look at it, I think it's out of, Leeds could get brought into this as well, but Forest and Spurs and West Ham are in it. Yeah. And we need to go with, I'm going with Spurs to go down.
Really?
Yeah, because obviously I don't want West Ham to go down.
Yeah, but what have you seen in Spurs? That
you just don't like him.
I know, but
no, it's nothing to do with that, actually. It's nothing to do with that.
What do you see? Because I
just think the players, I'm not battering them, don't get me wrong, but I just think they're a bit, for me, they're copying out.
I think they've got it mentally.
Sometimes, because sometimes they come out. That second half against Man City, right? That second half against Man City, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was thinking they had Man City like on the back foot,
on the ropes.
On the ropes. So I'm thinking, so where's this been? This performance? Don't just roll out your best performances when you want to. So it shows that they're doing it. They can do it, and they're willing to do it, but under the right circumstances, which is, I think you can't pick and choose your battles. When you're in a relegation battle, you got to be out there making sure. I've been in relegation battles. You can't pick and choose when you want to perform. So it seems like to me that they are, and they're just blaming on the manager. The players
do you not think
are blaming on the manager.
Some of it comes down to their mentality, though. Like fear as well. Because
do you think it's fear with them?
I reckon there's people in the Premier League, especially if you're down there and you're having a hard time. We're all built different. We're all wild. We're all wired differently. There will be probably people that go out on that pitch and think they're worrying. Don't make a mistake here. And that affects your game. Yeah.
Well, we talked about this on the pod before, right? Where you look at Tottenham fans have probably thought to themselves, we've got Romero, we've got Van der Ven, we've got Solanke.
On paper,
kudos, we've got great players, right? But what you don't understand, what people maybe don't understand is, right, we've all been footballers, right? Think of yourself when you're at your highest confidence and how you performed, and then think of yourself when you're at the lowest confidence, right? Two different players, right? So the whole Tottenham squad is low on confidence. So the leader's critical. The first thing you have to do...
Who are the leaders? Or do the leaders keep on getting sent off?
Yeah, that's true. But
Romero.
But I'm talking, all right, the ultimate leader, whoever the manager is, he has to come and give confidence to the players, right? And that's but they have to buy into him. They have to believe in the manager coming in to go, right, whoever it may be, and there's talk at the moment before we go to him.
You've got to make them, haven't you? When I look at, like, you might have had more managers than me, but two managers, or maybe three that stand out, probably four actually. You had Hoddle, Mourinho, Strachan and Gus Poyet.
Right.
They just had something about them.
Yeah.
Gus Poyet,
Yeah.
He
You
was
love
good,
Gus
mate.
Poyet.
I loved him. He was brilliant, tactically brilliant. But they had a way of getting it across, and do you know you had that feeling when Mourinho come in? No, you got to be on it here.
Yeah.
On it. Same with Glenn Hoddle.
Motivational.
Motivational, but just like, I don't know if it's putting pressure on you, but it's just they were on you, and the training had to be good. Do you know what I mean? And the way they got their message across, they were all very different. Yeah, but I come across some managers, and I think to myself, how are you even a manager?
How was the training then with these managers? How was the training? Was training more intense than other managers that you've had?
Gordon Strachan trained was intense. We were super fit. I say Mourinho was just training was intense.
Yeah.
and very demanding. If it was ever slack, I think it was on your case. Hoddle was training was just brilliant, but tactically, I just thought he was way ahead. Like he was, it was like Mourinho, tactically very good. I'd just say Hoddle was just way ahead of his time.
So like when you're talking about a dogfight in the relegation battle, out of all those managers you've named, who would you have, like in the situation Spurs are in now?
I think you could take any of them.
Yeah.
I think
do they bring different qualities?
Okay, here's a better question for you then, right? So I agree with you. We've all been relegated, right? And I've also had relegation battles which we've won. And I'm looking at the names on the list now. So you've got Harry Redknapp, Glenn Hoddle, Robbie Keane, Sean Dyche, and De Zerbi. De Zerbi's the favourite. So, right, Harry Redknapp, I spoke to him the other day. He's 78 years of age, but he looked fresh as... when I was chatting to him
the other day as well.
When I was chatting to him, we was talking about old times, right? This is how much his brain works. He remembered youth team games I played that I didn't remember. So he's sharp as a tack, Harry, still. Forget the fact he's been in the jungle eating bugs and all that. He probably could still go in
probably
there.
helped him.
Protein.
Yeah.
Glenn Hoddle the same. I worked with Glenn.
Hoddle 100%.
Glenn had his heart condition.
Yeah.
But Glenn, when he talks and visualises football, and plus with Glenn, he, like Harry, they both know the club inside out. They know the fans. And don't underestimate that, because every club has got a relationship between the fans and the team. You know, we've all played for West Ham, and that's a very unique relationship between the fans. And just so we wouldn't understand going in what's needed. So Igor Tudor coming to Tottenham, no idea of what the fans expected. Played a certain way. Fans went, we don't like this straight, and it didn't work.
And the players as well.
And the players, right? So them two there. Robbie Keane, the same, but Robbie Keane's on the other end of the spectrum. He's at the start of his managerial career. He's 45. He's won 2 league titles. And he's bubbly, and he's, you know, full of energy. He's like... And then Sean Dyche, he is the old hand. So any of them options are good. Now, I think De Zerbi, who's the actual favourite, I think he's the one where you look at...
He's a wild card.
Although he's probably the most, reputation-wise, the most talented of all of them at the moment, I think he doesn't know the club.
It's a risk. He does know the club. He's been in the Premier League. He knows the club.
Yeah, but not like in the same... Not for as long as the others, right? So I think he plays a brand of football which...
Yeah, he needs to just get a result out of these boys. And the brand of football at this stage is not important. Right. Yeah? So I think he is a good man, a very good manager that will come in and say, listen, we just need to win games. Yeah. So the brand of football is out the window at this stage. I think for anyone. Yeah. It's not about brand of football when you're trying to save your career. You're not your career, you're the status of Premier League football. So I think what will happen if De Zerbi does come in, he'll say, listen, if we get relegated, I want a pay rise. Because this is actually a job that's going to damage my status if we do get relegated, because we're on the downhill slope now. So what are we actually working towards here? So he's going to have to... But if they want him now... So if he does save the season, he's going to get a bumper contract. And is that good for Spurs in the long run? Like having him as a beacon of light? Because next season, if they do say that he's going to have to spend money, because he's not going to want some of those players. Yeah. He's going to be on big wedge because he saved them as well. Yeah. So it's going to be, they're going to be in a dilemma anyway, I think. All right. Okay. All right. I think they're going to be in a dilemma. Right. Put your Tottenham hat on. I don't have a Tottenham hat.
Yeah, I ain't got one either.
No, mate. I don't think the fans have got one anymore. They've taken it off.
Okay, go on then. I'll put my Tottenham hat on. What you got?
No one's got a Tottenham hat on. I've never heard of a Tottenham hat.
All right, okay, all right. If you're but seriously, if you was on the board at Tottenham, what would you do now? They got 7 games to go. Is it 7 games to go?
What would you do to save the season?
To save the season. And
I'll take him down the pub. Yeah. I'll take him down the pub. Team bonding, mate.
Mate, that didn't work at West Ham when we were there.
That's because
there's 2 people ended up having a fight.
Did they?
We went down.
Yeah, we did.
Who had a fight?
We went down.
Who was the ones that had a fight?
I can't remember. I think, wasn't it?
I was just drunk and disorderly.
Someone else.
I was drunk and disorderly. That was. But
a bit of team bonding. It just ended up in a row.
Ended up in a brawl. And sometimes you need a brawl.
Yeah, sometimes
that just showed you that we're going down after that. That might.
Lads, it was cab home like that. It was done, lads.
This didn't work, did it? But if you get it early enough and you got a few characters in that dressing room, I think you can always save a season on a night out on the lash. I think you can.
Yeah, but can I say as well?
But these boys nowadays are not doing it.
I know, but so people go, that might be old school thinking, right? But listen, it's not old school because men bond. Sometimes there's barriers. So you have a few drinks and you lighten up and you can sometimes say a few things.
Jokes.
Relax. Yeah. And then you that's how men do it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But it's very hard to get people to bond when you just don't like each other.
Yeah, that's true.
It didn't help when people were bringing out their wives on the team night out. That's what happened.
Really?
They're bringing out their wives.
Yes, unacceptable.
Unacceptable behaviour. So obviously,
my wife's coming to this podcast in a minute.
So, this is men's only. Men's only. When it's like that. But look, I think the bonding thing. I've done a lot of bonding in my life, mate.
I've seen it work at Southampton.
You know what I mean?
I've seen it work.
I know how it looks. I know what it's supposed to look like.
When you're down there, you've got to have everyone in that team ready to fight.
Yeah.
You've got to have that fight mentality and give everything for each other.
And what people don't understand is when you're in a relegation fight and you're playing football, right? Because for all intents and purposes, most people are not as lucky as we are to have played professional football, right? And when you play, you could play a Premier League game, day 5, sun's out, crowd's okay, no pressure. Day 35 when you need to win, and everyone everyone at the club's job's on the line. The fans, like, they're angry with you because they pay their money, and then you've got to go out there and perform to your level with players that you think have let you down, or so all of that emotional stuff comes together. So you're right, you need to find a way. You need to find a way to come together and play under that pressure, and that's why I think Spurs will struggle, because I don't think they have no idea what they're coming in for.
No, but Coley, look at this though. They was in this last season as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. They mastered it with the European Cup.
Yeah.
But they was in this last season and they've not improved in the Premier League since. So what's that telling you? You know what I mean? Like,
it's a pattern.
It's a pattern. So you can look at all the managers. You've got to start looking at the players. The players are the ones that are like, they're the ones that are getting used to this lifestyle.
Yeah.
They're getting used to this lifestyle, being right at the bottom and fighting for their lives. And the thing about it, on top of that, why are they that? Look, how much does that squad cost? They've got no business being down there. Do you know? They've got no. So it hasn't been addressed last season. All you thought it was the manager's fault. Nah, you got to start looking at the players.
Yeah.
You've had it where a manager's been parachuted in at West Ham. What's it actually like?
Well, when Trevor Brooking come in, it come in off the back because Glenn Roeder had, bless him, he had the brain injury, didn't he? And he collapsed. So I got the phone call. I was captain. I got the phone call. We just lost a terrible game at home, and I was actually in Romford and I was having a bit of dinner. I was with I think I was with my mum and dad. I was having a bit of dinner and then Glenn's not well. Blah, blah, blah. And then you think, just hope he's... Then first of all, you go with the family and hope he's all right and everything. Then the next day, it was one of them. They had no option. So Trevor was working with a board. So Trevor we'd never seen at the training ground. So then all of a sudden, I went into his office as captain, and we had a half an hour chat about what's wrong. What does he think? What does I think? And remember, I'm 21 at the time. So I'm like, it's all new. So you're just...
It's mad to do it at that age.
At that age, really. Yeah. So, So we had an honest conversation, and sort of Paolo was coming back from injury, and he's like, I'm bringing Paolo back in the team. And I was like, well, that's great, but like Paolo was a great player, great legend at West Ham, but he wasn't like someone you could go. He was
depend on,
because. And because he's a genius, right? Yeah. Sometimes he'd win us games out of nothing, but and then so we Trevor come in.
He's a maverick, wasn't he? Proper maverick.
Yeah, and he brought Paolo back into there's a lot of pressure on Glenn, and the lads love Glenn and they'd fight for Glenn, right? But there was probably a subset of players that probably weren't happy, like in any relegation battle, right? So Trev come in, and Trev's very inoffensive. He was a great player at West Ham, one of the all-time greats, for England as well. And I think what he'd done really well, and it was complete new for him. So 21-year-old captain, as much as he's a legend, he'd never managed. So the coaches, we simplified everything. I think Glenn's injuries, illness, situation brought us all together because we're like, come on, guys, come on. we've got to do this. And we went on and won, I think it was 4 out of 6 or something, and we got to 42 points. We went down, and, nobody's gone down on that. So what Trev done, him, but also because the fact of what happened to Glenn, when it becomes life rather than football, it brings you all together. And I just remember thinking, right, I've always give everything to the team whenever I played, but I was like, put myself completely to the side.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to just, and you give everything, and eventually it didn't work. We went down.
What players are doing that for
At Spurs? Well, I
can see it at West Ham now.
I'll tell you
some
one
of the
player.
boys are playing out of their skin. You
what-
got to look at it. So I look at Spurs,
Go on.
and I don't see that.
Yeah.
That bond, that grit, that I will die for you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are they? And you can say, they're playing. At least at West Ham, they're saying, at least they're playing for the manager.
Yeah.
You can't say that Spurs, so there's a void there.
Do you know why Harry Redknapp's a genius, right? When he said if he took the job at Spurs, he said first thing he'd do is make Archie Gray captain.
He's a player as well.
Yeah.
Absolute player. And he's the only one, not the only one I've seen with Tottenham that's at it all the time, giving himself. And he's 20? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, listen, we move on, but whoever comes in at Tottenham's got to find a way of just
getting that team together.
Getting it together. Right, let's fast forward to the summer, boys. Right, England, it's June the 17th, the sun's shining, Bridgey's by the pool with his Speedos on.
With the rum and coke.
Carlton's rum and coke.
Rum and ginger, mate. Rum and ginger.
Yeah.
Carlton's relaxing with a spicy margarita.
Yeah, in the pool.
And I'm
with my rubber dinghy.
And I'm lathering up my slap head.
Yeah, okay.
Mate, you can't dive though.
So, what about
we need to put the footage up. We need to
get with Sam Palmer's house.
Carlton learning to dive.
Mate, it's
Carlton
diabolical. Diabolical. I've made a fool of myself. Anyway.
Go on, back to England.
Right, back to England. Right. But we're in Dallas and we're England and we're about to face Croatia.
Yeah.
Right. This is not a question of who do you think Thomas Tuchel will play.
This
question is who would you play? You can take as long as you like. You could just name 11 or say how you would play.
Goalie. What are we going? Pickford?
Yeah, Pickford.
Yeah.
He's tried and tested, not let the country down.
Pickford. But what I would say is
Trafford.
I think this would be Pickford's last tournament.
Yeah.
Because I watched Trafford in that cup final. All right, okay, right.
Yeah. But you want to shoehorn Trafford in.
Yeah.
No, just say that, mate.
Yeah. He looks
he's good. He looks great.
I reckon
he looks so
if
calm.
you was Gaffer now, if you was Gaffer, you would pick
Would you
Trafford.
chuck him in?
You chuck him in.
I don't know. You'd have to be around him more.
I'd have to be around him more. But I think Pickford's brilliant, right? And I think he's getting on a bit.
No, he ain't.
No. I think he's brilliant, right?
Mate,
but I just think
goalkeepers don't get on a bit.
I've been more longevity. I've not been as excited about an English goalkeeper since I've seen Trafford. He looks so calm.
You know what you're like, right? Do you know what you're like?
Go on.
You're the guy. The night before Christmas, you already opened the presents. You're impatient, bro. Just chill out, man. You know what?
All right, we're going with Pickford then.
I saw you put Dowman in your squad to go.
No, that was me.
No, he did.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah, but to be fair, right, when we did that, right, when you asked us on and off the plane, I looked at this yesterday trying to name a squad, and I was thinking, if we're going from Ed, I'm so happy I'm the England manager. Not that I ever would be. But it's a headache, mate.
Wait till you see how much they pay him.
It's a headache. All right, yeah. All right, I need to do my badges first. But it's a headache.
I reckon you'd be a good manager.
It's a headache. Oh, yeah, I'll be really good.
Yeah, I know you'd
reckon
be
you
good.
would just be shouting at the referee all the time.
It's hard, even to pick an 11.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's hard, mate, but that's what we're doing.
All right, we're doing it. I'm going to go.
To be a good manager, you got to shout at the referee, and you're very good at it.
Yeah. Right, I was back four. I'll go James, Gahey, Konza, O'Reilly, left back.
Oh, yeah,
so James, Gahey.
That could change tomorrow.
Konza, so they're two left-sided.
All right. So.
Bit lopsided, isn't it?
No, that'd be fine.
Where's the back? We've got players.
All right, who do you put in? Harry?
Nah.
Who?
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
we ain't got to me yet. We ain't got to me yet.
Stick with me. All right, yeah.
Stick with you.
That's what I've gone
you
for.
Might say something.
I could change my mind for it. That's what I've gone for. Riley.
Okay.
At that precise moment in time, yeah.
What formation are you going to play?
Well, forward at back because there's four defenders there, yeah.
Mate, he's
And
looking
look,
at me like I'm the old Bill,
Right,
interrogating him. Just tell me.
After the back four, it's just a complete
Defensive.
headache.
Right,
for
okay.
me. Like sometimes I think I'd play just one holding,
Right.
sometimes two, but I put.
First game at the World Cup. So
Yeah.
think about like that's the mentality
Yeah,
you've
but
got to be
mate,
in.
I know, but I'm
strong.
also a little bit like I like us to have a go.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I think we're playing really well and then we sit back
Yeah.
and don't have a go. But I put in Anderson and Rice.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Physical, strong. Yeah.
Chuck Jude in there.
Yeah, it's a powerful midfield.
Yeah. Then obviously Kane up front
Yeah.
and two wingers. Honestly, that's just headache.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like 1 minute I think Gordon,
Yeah.
Rashford.
Yeah.
Next time I'm thinking Palmer, Saka.
Mm.
And you've got to go on form.
Yeah,
It's difficult.
Well, you won't go
And then
Saka
I'm leaving
for form.
Foden out for. No, that's what I mean. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
But, and I love Palmer as a player, and I think
You
he
won't go on
plays
Palmer
with
either.
that. Well, this is my team, not yours, mate.
Mate.
Yeah, you stop
picking holes in
criticising
it
him.
already.
Mate, do you know what I mean?
Picking
I
holes
can't
in
wait
it.
till you
Finish.
pick your
Go
team.
on.
Go on.
Right. So, or you can go Gordon and Rashford. I just think they're both dangerous, quick.
Rashford was unbelievable the other night.
Yeah, really like him. So it's hard. I'm going Palmer, and then I think I'm going Rashford.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I could change my mind tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. I like what you did. Obviously,
And Kane up front,
all right,
obviously.
okay. If you could, you're England manager, right? There's a knock on your door. The doctor's knocking on your door 9 o'clock before the first game,
Yeah.
right? And he's gone, Gaffer. He's going to tell you one player's ill, they can't play tomorrow. Who's the most important player for England? Because that happens, and you've got to adjust.
Kane,
Okay.
but he's not injured.
I said, give him some cowpop, get him live.
Mate, he'll play for
running a high fever.
He's
running a high fever.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. That's interesting.
That's a
The
good team.
people,
It's all right team.
Yeah.
Coley,
Yeah, so I saw it the other night, and I'm going. Do you know what? I'm gonna go Trent.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
At right back. Pickford in goal, obviously.
yeah,
Trent at right back because I just felt I saw it the other night against Uruguay, and I thought, do you know what I mean? We're missing someone that could flip in, put a ball in on a sixpence for
yeah,
a striker
yeah.
or a winger. Spread play, switch play. The one time we switch play. The one time in the game.
Sorry, what are you your hand up for?
I've maybe Stones, you know.
Oh, that's what I'm just about to. Don't wait, trying to steal mine.
I've got Stones.
Ah, see.
What do you mean you didn't say anything?
Well, let me. Why you put your hands up and
by the way,
interjecting?
he's only just wrote down
I
Stones.
was about to
so I
say
said
it. I was about. You didn't even let me get there.
I'm just saying.
No, it's bang out of order. That
Bang out of all. I said it before you even said
you
it.
put
mate.
2 left footers in there.
Don't start.
Go on,
So-
Stones.
So I've gone. All right, Trent, because we needed that guy, but then I want to go with Stones
Right, okay.
because Stones as well. Yeah, Bridgey can play a multitude of positions.
Good word as well.
Yeah, but he's playing centre back.
No, in this he is, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can play.
Yeah, well, it's
So
the
if you want to change
start 11,
formation,
yeah,
you could
yeah,
go
yeah.
3.
You can
at the
go
back.
into
You could
midfield,
go
yeah.
to midfield.
Yeah. That's
bolster
what I
that
was
up.
thinking.
So Trent, Stones, Gahey,
Right.
and
But
the
he goes
left
Hall.
side.
He's going to go Hall. That's
Yeah, I like Hall, mate.
Yeah, okay.
I like Hall. I think
do, he's
he bombs
decent.
on. I think he could get into any Premier League team.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
He's been
think
good.
he's got a massive future in front of him. Like, so I'm gonna go Lewis Hall.
Okay, good.
He's ex-Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
He's a good lad.
Yeah. Another one I've coached.
Yeah.
Only about 3
Oh,
times.
he's been in the
He's been
Joe
through-
Cole school, yeah?
Yes.
Academy.
I'm just listen.
All right.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go protected. I'm gonna go Rice.
Yeah.
His first name in that midfield.
Yeah.
Now, this is the player that goes next to him is going to be very, very important for England. Because it'll give him either license to go forward or license
Give license
just
for
to
Rice
patrol.
to go forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want him to go forward.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I'll probably go. I know this might be controversial,
Go on.
because I saw him the other night and I thought he was brilliant. I'm going to go Ghana.
Wow.
For me, he's going to be coming in there fresh.
Yeah.
wanting to improve. I heard Tuchel talking about him, saying, well, he's got a few things to learn.
Yeah.
But he looks like a good player. He's going to play with no fear in there.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a wild card, Coley.
It is a wild card.
Yeah.
And I know that people will probably batter me, but I like Ghana.
No,
and
so
everyone's
you
going to
think-
go Wharton or Anderson. Or I'm going to go Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just in front of them, Bellingham. Got to go
Yeah,
Bellingham.
yeah.
But I would have, if he's injured, I'm going Eze.
Right, okay.
In that. Then I'm going to go on the right side. I was going to wear my West Ham hat on, put my West Ham hat on and go with Bowen.
Right.
Just because everyone's talking about all these other players. He's not in form, Cole Palmer, blah.
Yeah.
Bowen, you know what you're getting.
Yeah,
he done something the other day. The ball got switched to him.
Yeah, I remember.
Takes it on his chest, bang, straight down, right onto the defender. Defender didn't know what he was doing, didn't know where he was, and whips a ball in. And that's where I want Harry Kane to be finishing his dinner. Do you know what I mean? Straightforward. Not all of this, getting the ball, coaxing it, then cutting inside to condense the space inside when really you want your winger to go down the wing and cross the ball. Like, I'm an old school, I'm an old-fashioned centre forward. And that's what Solanke, that's what Calvert-Lewin was missing. Calvert-Lewin got one cross in. I do remember there was one cross that he received and he missed the header.
Yeah,
good
chance.
Only Cole Palmer
good
came
chance.
on. Cole Palmer came on, giving him a good ball. So I want to see more of that because it's more direct for me. So I'm going to go Bellingham. So I'm going to go, saying all of that, I bigged up my boy.
Yeah.
No, he's not playing.
But he's not playing. He's not playing.
He's going though.
But yeah,
he's going.
He's definitely going.
Definitely going. Yeah.
But I'm going to go.
I think it's one of the hardest positions to choose. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm going.
We've
got options. We've got
loads of options.
Noni Madueke.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know people are going to say, "Oh, how can you do that?" He's not first choice for Arsenal. Saka is, but I think in this team he will complement Harry Kane really well because Harry Kane likes to drop into midfield. Bellingham likes to push on as well.
Yeah.
Rice will be going there as well. So Noni, there'll be cutbacks.
Yeah,
because he's great at that. He'll get into the line. And I know his final ball ain't great, but I think he'll be good with the cutback.
Right.
Because Tuchel will get the best out of him. And I know Tuchel loves him.
Yeah.
Noni
He does. He's direct, isn't he?
He's direct. And on the other side, I'm going with Rashford.
Right, okay.
I'm going with Rashford because he was outstanding the other night. I just looked at him and he just felt, this is a game that I can impress in. I remember there's one run he done.
I saw it.
And he just took on about 4 players. Who does that?
Yeah.
It reminded, But the only thing with Rashford as well, again, on that side, is the final ball into the box. If they can get those two right, because Harry Kane's going to be coming deep, you need your other players going that way.
Yeah.
So they got to be the 2 strikers that are going, running behind, because Harry Kane's going to condense the midfield.
Well, that's what he does at Bayern Munich, right? Harry Kane drops in and
then Bellingham will go in there,
along
with somebody else, on Noni Madueke on the other side, or Rashford from the other side. Go and get your tap-ins. Go and get your far post tap-ins. That's what football can be easy if you look at it. If I think Tuchel knows that as well.
Yeah.
That's why he's going to be looking at probably Noni and Rashford. If Saka don't want to go that way, if Anthony Gordon's another one, that can go that way too. So he's going to have options. He's going to have options.
So and the same question I asked Bridgey: if the doctor's knocking on your door and says, "Who's the last person you wanted to tell you's got a fever, he can't play in the first game? Who's the most important player for England?" I'm
going with Rice.
Yeah,
I'm going with Rice. I think Rice patrols that midfield. He can go front. He can go forward. You can defend the lead. A confident Rice, that is.
Yeah.
And this back end of the season is going to show how good he actually is, where he's going to be having to defend for his life as well as going forward and scoring, contributing in goals for the Arsenal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So this will be good pressure for him to take into the tournament.
Good.
What about you, Coley?
Right, my team, I'm going to go with Pickford in goal, Reece James, John Stones, Mark Gurhey.
Yeah.
You have to have experience at the World Cup. John Stones is massively experienced. Yeah. I would like him to have played more games of football between now. And you always have the element of him because he's breaking down.
But he's fresh.
Right? And he knows what he's doing. And I think just straight away will give us that experience. At left back, I do like Hall, but I'm going to go with O'Reilly.
Ooh.
Same, because, listen, Bridgey's a left back. He knows what he's looking at. And I think he gives us that penetration down the left-hand channel.
What do you think of that, O'Reilly at left back?
Well, I like him. Look, it's really on it because he plays in a City team.
And he doesn't even play left back all the time.
It's very, I don't do people understand how hard it is to go and play a few teams, to go and play from English? It's so
Yeah,
different.
the contrast is crazy.
All the relationships.
Tell me how that was for you when you done that. Like, obviously,
Oh,
when
it's
you,
all right.
yeah, but you was very, very good. But for a player that probably hasn't got that experience and is young, how would they approach the?
I just think it's very
contrast
different
wise
because
from playing club football to that left back position for England.
one, he's played a lot of different positions for City. They're always kind of moving around and keeping the ball a lot. Whereas obviously when I was playing at Southampton or at Chelsea, it was very much like
regimented.
Give it to the winger, you know. But obviously then the up and down.
And you had
football's just very different now.
Yeah, it's very different.
It's played very different. So
very, very different. Yeah. Declan Rice in the midfield. I'm going to do Declan Rice and I'm going to go with Elliot Anderson next to him.
Yeah.
Because I think the reason I do that is because Declan, I would have Declan as a more deeper than he plays at Arsenal, and there's a big push for him to be playing. But we're so strong in that position.
I don't get that.
No, just let him. I would make Declan. I'd say to Declan, you are the most crucial player on the pitch. You are an experienced player. You have to marshal that. Elliot Anderson's coming into you as a youngster. Elliot Anderson's got all of the legs. He's got all the legs, right? And I think if England win this World Cup, we're going to have to win it a little bit, and we have to be really good off the ball and protect the back four. So them two will be sitting there. I'll have Bellingham as the 10, but Bellingham, listen, if he ain't performing, I could quite easily change that to an Eze. I'll have Palmer coming in off the right, like he's been doing at Chelsea, releasing him up. So you'll have Palmer coming in off the right with Bellingham, like playing like a 2-10s effectively. Mate, think about the middle of the park. Then you've got Elliot Anderson, Declan Rice, Palmer, and Bellingham. It's got power. It's got ability. It can open goals everywhere. And on the left, I'll start with Anthony Gordon over Rashford. And the reason I'll start with him is because I think he scores goals. He's a warrior, and he's one of them, Bridgey. I think if I'm playing next to him, whatever the game's going to be, he's going to be at it, and he presses really well. And he's got legs that run in behind. So Harry Kane dropping off. I'd allow O'Reilly to push on as well. So you get sort of as much as you can because you've got two holding midfielders. Reece James on the other side to give us width. You know, so it's going to look... I think we can control possession, and I think we'll win the World Cup.
Ours was basically...
You sound like every fan.
Ours was basically the same.
Every tournament.
Yeah.
We're going to win the Euros.
Mate,
win the World Cup.
Wait till we get there.
You're so fickle.
Wait till we get there.
Ours was basically the same, but I think I did choose Rashford. But Gordon, do you reckon Gordon, because of O'Reilly, helps him more in terms of covering him if you bomb him forward and stuff?
You know what it's like playing for England, Bridgey, at tournaments, right? And you would have seen some players who just can't handle the pressure, right?
Yeah.
Gordon ain't one of them. Gordon's like, and this is I'm saying this in the nicest way.
He's Larry.
He's Larry. He's got a bit of swagger about him. He don't care. I like the fact he called out Shearer and Rooney. Was it Shearer and Rooney on Match of the Day? I like that. If I say something that some player don't like, call me out. Do you know what I mean? Like, so he's got a bit about him. He's a Scouse kid. I think he'll go to the World Cup and he'll puff his chest out like he's done in the He's turned up in the Champions League for the first time. Got what, 9 goals, 10 goals? Like he don't. The occasion will not get to him, and that is crucial as an England.
Do you reckon the manager goes anywhere near those teams we've named?
I think he might be. I think Elliot Anderson plays. I think Elliot Anderson is the one, right? Because in previous regimes, this is another question. In previous regimes, England managers have picked the best players. I think Thomas Tuchel's going, I'm picking what I think the best team. And I think Elliot Anderson might not be the best player, but he could play more at this World Cup than Cole Palmer, than Phil Foden, than Eze. And I don't think he's as talented as a footballer as them, but I think what he does is he brings the balance of the group together. And that's why I picked him. And I think that's probably why you picked him as well.
Yeah.
Well, lads, do you reckon we got any influence over Tuchel's picks?
Well, let's hope he's listening to me and Joe, not you.
Well, we've recorded this on a Monday, so let's see what comes out when the game's on this week. But listen, I really think he'll go with my team, you know.
Yeah, do you reckon?
Yeah. He's,
If
he knows it, if he's got any sense. Oh yeah, that's true. There's no Arsenal player.
No.
So what's going on with that? What's happening with the Arsenal lot? All admitting themselves from international duty. Is that allowed?
Let's read it out here. So we've got,
no, we need to address this.
Yeah, we do need to address this. Like, we're going to call this out on the pod here, right?
Yeah.
So Eze, Saka, Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, Zubimendi, Timber, Trossard, Maduaki, Hincapié.
That's it. They're out for the season.
Tony Adams, Steve Morrow, Nigel Winterburn. Everyone's injured.
Everyone's out, mate. Everyone's out.
Come on, like, if you're going to do a move, Arteta, like, don't strong it.
You know the worst thing about it was I feel
mate, just like, you know that's a...
What are we doing it?
But they put more pressure on themselves now. Because I think the league's done, right?
Yeah.
I think the league's done. But if they throw it away after doing that, it looks even worse.
Wow. Mate, it makes me sick, actually.
Their next game for me is Bournemouth, right?
Yeah.
They've upset them a few times, mate.
Yeah. You've said
I don't think it'll happen, but they've upset them
they've got
a few
Southampton
times.
before, haven't they?
They've got Southampton before in the Cup, but in terms of the league, Bournemouth have upset them
What's the chances
times.
of all of them being okay for the Premier League game?
I think we know they're all right, don't we?
Right? Do you reckon?
We know they're all
But
right.
I think maybe they're...
How many of them do you think's really injured?
I reckon they all are.
No,
Coley, what are you talking rubbish?
It has to get passed by the medical team.
Do you know what they'll have? He'll have a tight calf.
It'll be a tight calf, back.
A tight hamstring.
There's negotiation.
Or
all
I'm
these
tired.
negotiating goes. That's a good thing for people listening. You know, in situations like this, we've seen it in our era when players, because you're constantly carrying a knock, right? This is a bigger conversation. You're constantly carrying a knock, and you see an England friendly, and some of them players like Declan knows he's going to the World Cup. Saka knows he's going to the World Cup, right? They're thinking so many important games. So I understand it, right? I understand it from
You've got a little niggle.
You've got a little niggle, like, and then you could, but you could play. You could play, but you're trying to freshen yourselves up. But when it's that many people, look, Alex Ferguson used to do it.
Yeah, he used to do it. Definitely. He used to see stories all the time.
Is it, yeah?
No, what I would say is, I don't think at Chelsea, a manager's ever spoke to any of us. No. I never heard it. Certainly not with me, but I never, even with John and Frank and that, like, you can't play for England. It's like, go with England. It was always like, it's a privilege and it's an honour and a privilege to play for your country.
Where they go, you don't have to play a whole game. Play half a game.
You say that, but Ben White stayed behind in the English squad. Do you think it's because he has to? Because he's trying to work himself back into it?
Ben White's played 5 or 6 games, but that's another conversation.
He needs the games.
That's another conversation. We'll get onto that, but I just want to stick with this now because, right, I just think it's not, if how many people were at Wembley, the other night to watch, you want to see the England team.
That's another question. That's another question I've got for you. Like, all right, so you're a punter. Yeah. You go to the England game, you're taking your daughter, your son, first ever game. Yeah. They want to see the big stars. That team that started the other night, and you paid all right dollar for it. You paid for your tickets. That team that started the other night, are those the players that you've gone to see? No. Or are you going to be a little bit disappointed not seeing the core of the team at least? Yeah. And do you think that game was a missed opportunity to see whether some of those players that are fringe players, you'd say, that started that game, they could have see like some of the boys that have gone home, the core of the team. What do you think that was not a missed opportunity for some of the fringe players to see how they can gel with the core of the team? Do you know what I mean? Because you want to get that rhythm going.
I think.
No,
I agree with you. I think it was a missed opportunity. I think you're looking at it from Thomas Tuchel's perspective, right? And he's gone, right, I've got these 2 games sandwiched in the most crucial period. Clearly, the Arsenal players and other players have got other things bigger than these games. The World Cup's it's on the horizon, but it's far away. They've got Champions League, FA Cup.
But what's bigger? Getting the team ready for the World Cup because it's coming up, or looking after a football club that's got big games.
Okay, that's for me. If I'm England manager, that's the last thing on my list. Okay. The relationships with a football club. Yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, if I'm England manager, I'm looking at the numbers of minutes, and I think Thomas Tuchel alluded to this in his press conference. He said, this player's played 3,000 minutes, this player's... So he's like, they don't need to play, but let's get them together. Maybe during that period, you get them together, you can talk about set pieces. You can maybe have a day, this is at the World Cup, we're going to be we're going to do this type of set piece. You connect with the players, bring them all together. But I'm not massively. Look, these friendlies at this period of time.
Risky.
I don't know what the risk reward for the manager playing the starting 11. Maybe I'd have gone, right, for 45 minutes, I'm going to play my starting 11, which I'm thinking about playing against Croatia. And then you go home. I'm going to have a look at a few other players. Maybe that.
That's what I thought would have happened. The first game.
Yeah.
And then, but maybe because Uruguay brought out a strong squad.
Yeah, but
I think they probably thought that we was going to have a strong squad for but then they must have seen the list of who's available. Yeah. But they still brought out a strong squad. Do you know what I mean? So I look at it as that was a missed opportunity for players to get gelled in with the core players.
Yeah. Right, another story coming out of the England game was Ben White coming back into it after pulling out of the England squad in the World Cup.
Oh no, it's crazy.
So he's not played for England for a long time. He's only played 5 or 6, 7 games. He had an interesting night, Bridgey. Scored the goal, conceded the penalty, got booed by England fans.
When he scored.
What do you make of Ben White's, first of all, his decision?
Why did he pull out?
Well, from what we understand,
do we know?
Not fully.
Not fully.
It's not been addressed.
We don't know.
But that's half the problem, because he's not come out and addressed it. But what we do know the facts is he went to the World Cup, an incident happened, he felt something's happened, and he's left the England squad and not.
So he's left, or there's an agreement that he's left.
No, I think he left.
I don't know. We actually really know. So I find it really hard to make a comment, because obviously what we're doing, reading what someone's wrote in the press. I don't think we actually really know what happened. But I'm like, anyone who gets booed in an England shirt, I just find it really hard to swallow, because I think in different ways. I think a lot of stuff that I've seen players go through, and I think players are strong enough to take it, but everyone has a family, everyone has a mum and dad, everyone's got, and it affects everyone. And when we don't really know the ins and outs of what happened, I just don't. And he's got an England shirt in there, and he's playing football.
All right, then I'll flip.
So get behind him.
Okay, all right, that's a fair point. What do you make of it?
I just think the PR could have been a lot better for him, to cover him and to try and half explain to the fans what's happened. He's walked away. It looks like he's walked away from an England.
No, he has walked away from England. Well,
and then on top, so the PR has to be better from England, from the FA. Yeah, from the FA and from his camp as well.
A lot of people. I remember a lot of people were a little bit like, "Oh, so what? He ain't playing anyway."
Yeah, I know, but it's still an opportunity. You're at a World Cup. I know. Listen, I
just don't know the ins and outs why.
Exactly. So make it. Do the
I
PR
wouldn't
for
walk
it.
away. I wouldn't just walk away.
Do the
PR
for it. Then
walk away that I wasn't playing. I think that's very difficult to do.
The PR for it.
I think that's very.
You can spin something off. We see lies every day.
Coming to an agreement.
Yeah, but why does it have to be lies? There could be first of all,
then you won't get booed.
First of all, it's an honour
and get booed.
I might have Bridgey's stance, nobody should listen. In a nice, kind, beautiful world, nobody will get booed playing for England, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, right, it's an honour and a privilege to play for your country. And people,
if you're a patriot,
if you love England, you pay your money to go and watch. These people they work to go and follow England around the world, right? And if what they feel from Ben White is that
I get why they feel it.
You get why they feel it, right?
100% get why they feel it.
Listen, I've been booed. We've all been booed by fans, right? It ain't nice, yeah? But I tell you what, the flip side of being a footballer is you wouldn't change it. You wouldn't
I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. And I want to be next. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. Yeah. You never know when you're going to be needed. I would never walk away, right?
From your teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just don't really know what's happened.
Yeah. And that's a fair stance.
No one knows.
That's a fair.
It's something really bad would have had to happen.
So why don't he come out and go, "This is what was said, and this is why I've come out," and then everyone go, "Right, fair." If it was a bad, everyone can go, "Fair enough, mate."
But the other flip side to that is people are saying, "Why should he come out?"
Has this stuff ever happened to you? And you just don't come out and say it.
Because it doesn't really
matter. No, because you're playing for your country. This is international. This is your country. This is patriotic.
Yeah.
This is supposed to mean everything towards to you.
Yeah.
Not just the people that pay you your football club, but this is a privilege to go out there and play for your country and be noticed by everyone that I'm at a World Cup and we can go all the way here.
Yeah.
And whether you're playing or not, whether you feel that you want to be part, I don't say the fans are owed an explanation. I just think the PR could have spun it differently. And to protect the player, protect the FA, just spin something. Like, it could be a lie, it could be anything.
No,
but
you can't lie. You can't lie.
Yeah, but whatever it was,
just say because it's open. Like, we had this conversation the other day. We're talking about Chelsea when it was like Chelsea was spitting a dummy out about the team being like football and communications. The team being for the Paris game being in the papers, right? Every team information gets out, right? Football's a community thing, particularly England. We all played for England. We cherished it, right? And it's every fan's dream. Like, and ultimately, football is. You have to have that. You have to. If I'm an England fan, which we could have all never played football and been an England fan, right? And imagine you're sitting there and you're paying to watch England, and then one of the players just decides something's happened, and he's leaving the England camp, right? And he's not telling everyone. Yes, he doesn't owe anyone an explanation, but. I think he should come out and go, right.
But he hasn't said anything. That's the worst thing as well.
Because he could have gone, if he comes, and I'm all for forgiveness, if he comes out and goes, you know what, I was in my early 20s, I was missing home, I was a bit emotional, it wasn't that bad what was said to me, and I regret it, I'll come back into the fold. So, do you know what I mean? Like,
but you just don't know what's happened.
What was said?
I remember.
And if it was that, and if it was a dreadful thing that was said,
no
to
one
him,
said. No one knows if it was anything said.
You just don't know.
We don't know what happened.
I can't. I just don't know. Like, I remember being there and like you're at a tournament.
Yeah.
And I remember having an argument with Sammy Lee.
Yeah.
Because it was like you play.
Yeah.
And then everyone who's on the bench doesn't. Next day. Recovery day, getting an ice bath and going walk around a swimming pool. Yeah. But we're a team, we're going to stay together. Mate, I don't want to get an ice bath.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything yesterday. Can't we just go and train?
Yeah.
And I remember having an argument with Sammy Lee.
Yeah.
And the next game, we all went and trained. The ones that didn't play went and trained and got something out of it.
Yeah.
So otherwise, you want to do something.
Yeah, I remember.
But like, you just don't know what's gone on there. But to walk away, I don't agree with walking away, but I just don't. I feel like something must have happened.
Bad.
Something bad must have happened, but you just don't know.
It probably wasn't that bad. That's why no one's saying
anything. But I'm like, everyone, but he's being booed for just walking away, and I don't know if that's what's happened.
The thing about this and all, I think the only person that brings him back into the fold would be a foreign manager. Honestly,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's why Tuchel's there because he doesn't take it that serious. He's like, nah. Because he's not patriotic. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but he's looking at business first. Yeah. Because he's got a job to do. But patriotic manager would be like, no, he walked away from England, so he ain't coming back in. So I think he's lucky that Tuchel's come in and is not looking at that part of what has happened.
Yeah, I'm not being militant with it. I get
what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? If he wants to, but I'm just thinking of it pragmatically. If he's not explained,
he doesn't have to explain Coley. That's what I'm saying. I just said the PR has to be better to protect him so he can come back in. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there's been no if I'm an England fan, so you've already got your back.
So we're set up on conspiracies now.
No.
You can say something.
No, I'm going on factual. Something's happened. He's walked out an England squad, and I'm just saying.
But do you know that for full fact?
Yeah, we know something happened. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know what's happened? It could be anything. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm not saying. I've heard what I think has happened.
See what I'm saying? It's heard. It's speculation.
Yeah, but
it's not facts.
Even putting that aside, the fact that something's happened and he's walked away from England
without an explanation,
and I don't understand why the kid don't just come out and go, "This is what's happened." Either I'm sorry or I don't care, but I still want to play for England.
Yeah.
You'd
respect it more. But it is what it is.
I just think, I know how hard it is to play. All right, your son are vying with Ben White for an England place, right? He pips it. It's your only son's chance to go and play for England at the World Cup. And then something happens and he walks out, and then your son's sitting on the beach going, that could have been me.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at it. That's the way I'm looking at it.
There's so many ways to look at it.
There's so many, and people don't see it that way. people, a lot of fans, they might not see it that way because they might look at it as like, oh, you're just picking on him because, like, no, once you sign up to go and play for your country, yeah, mate, you can have a death in the family, but you always, because it's your country, yeah, and you might say, do you know what, I've got to go because something bad's happened to me. That bad, I've got to leave camp.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone would understand.
Yeah, of course they would.
And it's happened before.
Yes.
But if it's a comment or something that you don't like and you've gone, I'm leaving anyway, that's throwing your toys out the pram. So there's two ways. That's why I say the PR could have been a lot better for it. That's it.
Right, before we go, two managerial on either end of the spectrum come in. Roy Hodgson's gone in at 78 years of age to Bristol City. He's managed them before about 60 years ago, whatever it was.
Fair play to him.
Fair play to him. But I love, listen, he loves it, mate. If you're 78 and you're getting employed, you do your thing.
I think my missus would say, you don't like me, do you?
Yeah.
Still reeling 82, bruv.
Mate, some people love it. Some people love it.
You don't like being at home.
I remember I was at Sam's wedding, actually, and I was sat with Cesc and his missus was there. And they were asking what I do and everything. And no, I don't really do anything. And Cesc obviously loves football, going into like managerial. And she was like, can't you just be a bit more like him? Spend some time at home.
Be careful what you wish for, love. Right. And another one on the other end, our mate Jermaine Defoe getting his first managerial job. Listen, we ain't got time this week, but I want to get into this subject because this is a player who's played over 50 times for England. He's one of the Premier League's top strikers of all time, and he's coached for a few years. He's got all of his badges, and he's having to go down at Woking, who are 11th in the National League.
What's wrong with
to get an
Woking?
opportunity? No, listen, no. But
mate, I'll say you got to say fair play to him.
I am saying fair play to him, and fair play to Woking for giving him a chance. But what I would say is Woking are very, very lucky to have a man of Jermaine's caliber and stature in the game coming through the door. We wish him
well.
Give him time, give him a lot of money.
Woking.
Jermaine,
what type of money are we talking about?
I'm only 20 minutes away from Woking, mate, if you need a hand.
There you go. Well, we'll help him. We're coming. But big up to Jermaine. Yeah. Wish him all the best.
He can come back to yours afterwards.
Yeah. He might need to. Right. Listen, that's all we got time for. I've enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Dressing Room Podcast. And what do you have to do, Coley? You ain't got a Scooby, have you?
Don't just put that on me.
Rate, review, like and subscribe.
Yeah, you got it. Rate, review, like and subscribe.
There we go.
Laters.
Laters. Ta-da.